Gunnar, have you guys picked a bone from last game yet?
We haven't picked one from a game we just played yet, or like the coach chooses who gets the bone and whatnot. So we haven't had it yet, but we lost. So I mean, I don't know if there will be one. So
What is your feeling about the offensive line playing against Cal?
We can, I think we're the best offensive line in the conference, and I think that every one of us, all five of us, have to believe that in order to be the best offensive line in the conference. And we didn't play as well as we could have. We have to have a better mentality and attack each play in each game. We can't get complacent over a good game against a good team or whatever. But I think that we can always play better, and we can always come out more on fire and stuff, and I think that we need to do that next game.
Do you think there was a sense of complacency going into Cal?
I don't think so. I think we have a group of hardworking guys up front. No one really gets complacent. We all want to do good, and we do respect our opponents. I feel like honestly can say that, and but I just feel like I don't know, for whatever reason we didn't have the best game, and it's on us. It's not on anyone else, and we have to fix that and work hard this week.
What was your takeaway from the game about your team? Or what do you take away from it, or how do you feel looking at it?
It's a loss, so it always hurts. We should have won, and but we're close, and like we're just the little mistakes that we're making are all fixable ones, and ones that if we make and change that. It's going to be substantially different in how we perform and how we execute and finish games, and we should have ran away with that one, and we had opportunities to. We had opportunities to win late, and it's a tough loss, and you don't want to lose ever. I don't care who it is, 24th in the country or first or last in the country, you don't want to lose, but I think we're close, but I mean, there's a point where close doesn't, we've been close for a long time, and so close doesn't cut it anymore, so, and close doesn't matter, so we needed to turn that into winning and executing, and it starts this week, it starts tomorrow practice.
How do you look for your team to respond this week? Is it as simple as winning, or what do you look for this week?
Coach Leach kind of said it to us after the game and yesterday in meetings, but we have to be the best practice team in the country. We have to practice better than anyone, because when you practice better than anyone, that'll turn the lead over to the field and stuff. So it starts tomorrow. I'm going to take it one day at a time and win the day. And I think if we do that and focus on us, and then not worry about them or anything like that right now, and focus on us, that we in the end we'll make things happen on Saturday and get the win.
So often when you're playing Oregon, you're playing a team that's the defending Pac-12 champion, or you played in the national championship game last year. Without a ranking, does it feel like Oregon is some of the mystique worn off?
No, it doesn't matter who we're playing. We just have to worry about us. This for the first, foremost. But they're still Oregon. They're still Oregon, and we're still Washington State. We can beat any team in the country, but they're Oregon, and they can beat any team in the country. So it doesn't matter what some coaches or reporters rank them. To me, it doesn't matter. And shouldn't matter to our team, because they're a good team, and they want to win. It's not like they don't want to win. We want to win, or something like that. Every team wants to win, and every player wants to win. That's why we play. But it's just we just have to attack them, just like we just have to attack them and play our ball, and that's what matters.
What's made them such an excellent team over the last however long?
I think they just bought into the system. Whatever their system is, whatever their coaches are coaching, they really bought in and believed in it. And they've played hard, and they've established a tradition, of winning there. And I think that's something that, I don't want to be like the Oregon Ducks or anything, but I think it's something that we can learn from. Just any other great program. People who buy into the coaching and buy into the system, and develop, start winning and stuff like that. I think we need to do that. But that's what I think. A big thing that they've done is probably just buying in and trusting each other and playing good football. And that's just what we need to do too.
They've never been strong defensively, but this year they seem even more vulnerable. Why have they been so vulnerable on defense this year through 4 or 5 games?
I don't know. Like I said earlier, we just trying to focus on us. Focus on our offense, because if we do what we do offensively in practice and what we did in Lewiston and what we did all summer long, it doesn't matter what defense they throw at us. They can throw out something that we've never seen or that's not on tape, and it doesn't matter, because if we do what we're coached to do and do it fast and compete, it doesn't matter. Our offense will produce against any defense we play.
What do you remember about last year's game? I remember it being very close all the way up until the end here at Martin Stadium.
Yeah, it was a very intense game, and you know, they brought it, and we played good, and they played good, you know, and the ball bounced one way, and it should have bounced, you know, if it wish it would have bounced in our way, you know, but there's always things that we could have improved on, you know, we should have won that game too, but there's always things we could have improved on, but it was a close game and it was intense, you know, and I expect it to be an intense game, you know, we're going down there, and you know, it's gonna be a heck of a game, but if we play our ball, you know, it'll take care of itself.
And when you go into a game like this, do you feel like you're about to get into a shootout with a team that also moves very fast? There's going to be a lot of plays. I mean, maybe back a couple of years ago, I remember Connor throwing like 89 times. What's the feeling like when you're going up another fast-paced offense, knowing the speed of the game maybe being picked up a bit?
You know, I mean, like you said, it is fast-paced and stuff, but playing anyone's not going to be easy. So we have to take it the same as we take any other opponent, because just because they're Oregon doesn't mean anything special to us. We have to play how we're going to play our game, and not take counsel of our fears or take counsel of whoever we're going to play. Because if you do that, then it's going to affect how you play. So we just have to focus on us, and we have to really do that this week and focus on individual reps and competing and getting better every day.
Any questions on the line for Gunnar Eklund?
Gunnar, you said this team is close. You've been close for a long time. Is there any feeling as to what it's going to take to really kind of climb that hump and close out these close games against opponents that you've been able to hang with?
I just think, you know, we have to execute, and you know, no matter what the situation is, and no matter what the score is, or how much time's left, or first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, you know, we just have to execute and do our plays, because, like, if you look at last game, you know, it's two or three plays different, it would have been a different game and a different outcome, but you never know when those 2 or 3 plays are going to be. It's not the fourth quarter, you know, it's not always that fourth quarter late 40-yard touchdown pass that wins you the game, you know. Who knows, it could be that block that you lay in the second quarter that springs an extra first down that leads to a touchdown instead of a 3 and out, you know. So we just have to execute and just play our football and do it the whole game, and that's one thing we haven't been able to do, and it has to be on all 3 sides of the ball, and we have to trust each other and trust you know, trust that the man next to you is going to do the job. And I think if we do that and just keep it rolling the whole game, then it's going to be a heck of a lot different than what it's been, and you know, I think that's the biggest thing.
So is it a focus sort of issue? Like you guys are not maybe as dialed in as you need to be for the entire game. What do you think that stems from?
You know, I mean,
that need to execute but not being able to do it yet.
I mean, I don't know if it's focus or what it is, but I think we just, you know, it's tough to point out because it's happened so many times and it hurts, and it, you know, there's a time, you know, where close it's not cutting it, and we can't have that anymore. And whether it's something we have to do in practice, but we just have to focus on doing our job, and maybe, you know, keep focused and don't worry about what's going on. Don't worry about the score or what down it is or anything like that, and just focus on one play at a time. And if we do that, I mean, there's no team in this country that we can't beat and beat good.
Okay, and as for the 7 sacks that you guys gave up last week, when you guys looked at the film, what do you think the issue was? I mean, Luke said, you know, it's all on me. Would you agree with that? How did you guys grade out?
I think that we can play better. We always can play better, and we just have to come out with a chip on our shoulder. You know, no matter how good we've been in the past, or how experienced we are, how many starts we have, or how many games we've played against people who are quote unquote, you know, better pass rushers or whatever. We just have to come out with the mentality that no one's getting past us 5, you know, and that's one thing that we're going to have to bring to this week of practice, because we didn't play good enough on Saturday at all, you know, and if we would have played better, you know, things would have went differently. So, you know, it's not on Falk, but, you know, I'm not going to say it's on Luke Falk at all, because, you know, it's us 5, you know, we protect him, and we're going to win games, so we're going to win them all, so we just got to keep him upright.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions in the room for Gunnar?
Gunnar, what have you seen out of the Cougars defense in the last, you know, game and a half here? That seems like they're getting better and better.
Yeah, they've been playing awesome. You know, they gave us the chance to win the game at the end of the game, and you know, they got us the ball back a couple of times, and we couldn't execute. But they've been playing really good, and it's exciting because they're busting it. You know, and it makes you as an offensive player, you're like, man, they're really picking it up. We need to pick our stuff up, and so we just need to come together and play a complete game. And if we do that, you know, I mean, it's going to be dangerous. Just, I mean, as obvious it is, you know, because we're close, but we need to bring it together.
Do you feel like you're knocking at that door? I mean, you have experience, you've been around a couple teams now. Do you feel like you guys are at the precipice here, about to do something, about to knock down this door and start getting some wins and rattling them all?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really think that we're going to, you know, but it starts tomorrow. You know, you don't win the game on Saturday. You win it with your preparation and your hard work and practice and focusing. And, you know, we have to take tomorrow like it's a game. You know, we have to take tomorrow on Tuesday. We have to beat Oregon. We have to beat their Tuesday. And if we do that, then we beat their Wednesday. Then we beat their Thursday. Then we study harder and beat their Friday. And that's what we have to do. And we have to take that, you know, each day by day. You know, just worry about tomorrow right now.